Hey everyone, welcome to Area 616. Every now and then, we'll get reports of a Marvel movie or TV show that is rumored to be happening, sometimes with a fair amount of evidence behind them. So today I wanted to go over 4 of the more interesting ones. Some are from Marvel Studios themselves, and others are from Fox and Sony. I'll go over some of the evidence behind it, and then some potential reasons these rumors might not be true. One rumor I didn't include here was a Black Widow movie from Marvel Studios. That's just because that's less of a rumor at this point than it is a fact. Let's be real, there's really no reason at this point that there won't be a Black Widow movie in Phase 4. Regardless, here are 4 rumored Marvel projects that may actually happen. 4. Night Watch. I found out about this one just recently, and it's definitely the most outlandish on this list. You'd be forgiven if you don't know who Night Watch is, as to my knowledge he's not really a big character at all. In the comics he basically fights mostly Spider-Man villains like Venom, and his suit is made of this nanotech. It probably doesn't surprise you, based on his appearance, that he operated almost primarily in the 90s and hasn't been in much since then. He's really just kind of a Spawn ripoff, at least visually, which is why he's kind of a weird choice for a movie, especially as there's a Spawn movie coming out eventually. But apparently Sony wants to expand their Spider-Man-less Spider-Man shared universe without Spider-Man by making a Night Watch movie. Apparently the script is being penned by Edward Reichort, and Sony is apparently eyeing Spike Lee to direct. Looking at his film so far, I'm not 100% sure this is exactly Spike Lee's kind of thing, but who knows, maybe it is. Night Watch was previously rumored to be in Spider-Man Homecoming, but he of course never was. This is a strange rumor, and one that I'm not so sure about. It sounds kind of likely in some ways, but I just don't know if a Night Watch movie is a good idea at all. 3. Namor. Not too long ago, Marvel seemed to say that, though there was still some legal stuff to work out, they could now use Namor all they want. So, is Marvel making a Namor movie? Well, earlier this year I made a video about how a project called Submariner was reportedly shooting in Hawaii. This was reported by Hawaii Real News, which said that both Namor and Aquaman movies were shooting there. Months later, there's no further news on this. It's hard to believe that Marvel could or would hide the production of Submariner for this long. However, one theory is that it's a potential spin-off of Inhumans, with him set to appear in later episodes. In my video in February, I speculated that this could be a TV series Marvel is hoping to develop with IMAX after Inhumans. I think it's unlikely we'll get a solo Namor film, just because we're already getting an Aquaman movie next year, and it doesn't matter that Namor was technically created long before Aquaman. He'd still be accused of trying to cash in on Aquaman. Putting him on TV, however, would put some distance between him and that character. However, Inhumans was, of course, a massive failure, so it's possible IMAX isn't too keen on working on another show with them. I'd love to see Namor on the screen. I think it'd be cool if it was a TV series on IMAX, though I know that'd probably be far too expensive, but I very, very much doubt it'd be a movie. 2. Silver Surfer. This rumor for me comes from IMDb, where there's a page for a movie called Silver Surfer Prodigal Son, which is set for a December 12th, 2019 release. On this, it says a guy named Princeton Kennedy is writing it. However, looking at his credits, that's very, very odd. It does kind of make sense in a way, as Fox has recently started working on Fantastic Four spin-offs, with movies centered around Doctor Doom and Franklin Richards being in the works. However, the IMDb page says this is set to start filming next spring, and there's absolutely no real news on it. So I'd say this specifically probably isn't true, but I do think it's likely that there's a Silver Surfer movie in the works. If Fox is looking to do Fantastic Four spin-offs, he makes sense, and they could even loosely base it off of Dan Slott's recent Silver Surfer run. 1. Blade. This one's complicated. Not too long ago, Wesley Snipes said in an interview that he had a meeting with Marvel about rebooting Blade. And Kevin Feige very recently said that he thinks it'd be fun to do a Blade movie someday. However, there are a couple things to note here. I've said it many times, but I think it's much more likely we'll get a Blade TV series, just because the character is far too dark and violent for Marvel Studios' usually more lighthearted films. Second is that Wesley Snipes is not going to play Blade again, even if it is a movie. He simply won't. He could potentially be in the movie or TV show as a different character, perhaps Blade's mentor Jamal Afari, but he won't play Blade himself. This is so that people won't get confused and think the original Blade movies take place in the MCU, and also just because Wesley Snipes is 55. It'd be a much smarter move on Marvel's part to cast a younger actor who could play the role for much longer than Snipes could at this point. Overall, I think it's very likely we'll see Blade join the MCU soon, but I'd personally expect it to be on the TV side of things and with a different actor. This does at least show that Blade is on Marvel's radar. But those were 5 projects rumored to be coming from Marvel. What do you guys think? Let me know all your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.
Check these hi-hats, things moving through the rubbish. Hardy, robust, rec room style for you brothers. Time's ticking, erupt, misconduct. Entering one fuck before the drum dry up. Dab, stab, jab, vocab slow. Alphabet run, construction voice.